kind of gonna be a race against the clock because I have food in the oven downstairs and I want all of my videos filmed by the time that comes out of the oven. I have some audiobooks as well as a bunch of ebooks, which is where the like what's on my Kindle part 2 comes in. So let me know what other videos you want surrounding my Kindle. I was thinking episode 3 could be KU books that I really enjoyed and kind of reacting or going through the first video and telling you what I've read, what I haven't read, and that kind of thing. So let me know if you're interested in that. We'll start with the audiobooks and then we'll go into the books that I have purchased on my Kindle. So all of these books I have paid money for. They're not included in subscriptions. Some of them you can get within subscriptions, but like I have paid for them and I'm opting to not use certain subscriptions for them. Starting with audio, the first one is Green Lights by Matthew Mcconaughey. This is his memoir. I love his like 45-minute graduation speech for the University of Texas. I loved it. I loved it so much. I think that he has a lot of wise words and he's really, really well spoken. I just love the way that he speaks and his voice is very nice to listen to. And if you didn't know, I recently started a job working overnight. So I listened to a lot of audiobooks to kind of get me through the night. So I listened to his audiobook literally in one go. It was so good. I loved this one. Of memoirs, I think that his is really awesome. If you're looking for a memoir, and I don't know, it just felt very real and authentic and I loved everything that he had to say. It wasn't always like perfectly polished. I loved it. So I'm very glad that I picked this one up. I was apprehensive because I don't love always reading celebrity memoirs. Some of them, it just feels like they were handed a book deal, if I'm being honest. But I loved his. I loved Jeanette McCurdy's. Like some of them feel very genuine and authentic, and this, I'm happy to report, was one of them. And then the other 3 audiobooks are all from the same series. So I got Undercover Bromance, Isn't It Romantic, and Crazy Stupid Romance. I think those are out of order. I think Crazy Stupid Romance is before Isn't It Romantic. It is. But these are books 2 through 4 in the Bromance Book Club series. I love this series. It's by Lyssa Kay Adams and they're not available on Scribd, which is where I typically listen to them. So I looked at Audible and I think the Audible subscription is like $18 a month and these were each $15. So I was like, it's expensive, but I'll get to listen to them forever and I love these audiobooks, so I'm very glad that I did that. Undercover Bromance, if you're wondering, was my favorite. It'll be in my September wrap up, but yes, I couldn't help it. I also listened to these in one go and they were incredible. Some of the best audiobooks, and they're romances that are told from the hero's perspective primarily, I think, and I love them. So I had to. Moving on to the ebooks that I have purchased on my Kindle. So the first 3 books are in a series as well. So it's the Nashville Neighborhood series, I believe. The first one is The Doctor by Nikki Sloan. This one is an age gap romance where the girl is maybe like 19 and this is her ex-boyfriend's dad. I've discovered that maybe I don't love that. And again, I'll go into this when I include it in my wrap up, but which should be up by the time that you're watching this, but I didn't love this. It was super, super smutty. This is a very, very smutty series. So if you don't like spice in your romance or you like very little, skip this series. Downloaded this one because I heard that The Pool Boy was super amazing, and I actually read The Pool Boy first and I loved it. It's one of my favorite romances that I've read this year because there was a balance of communication and plot with the romance and the smut, and it was like believable to me. That one is another age gap romance. I guess we'll just dive into that one. It's an age gap romance and it is the heroine's best friend's son. So the son in this, the hero, is 24 and the heroine is 42, so quite a bit of an age gap, but obviously 100% consensual. I enjoyed this one. The plot in it wasn't like my favorite, but I'm happy that it was there because I also picked up The Architect, which is a BDSM romance, and also I believe some polyamory. I haven't finished this one yet, so I can't say whether or not there's too much plot, but I believe I'm like 20%, maybe even 30% of the way through. And so far there hasn't been very much plot. I will say that Nikki Sloan does know how to write a smut scene, and they are super steamy and well done, but I like more character development in my romances. So if you're looking for something that's purely smutty, this is a good series, but if you're looking for something where you're believing the romance and it's truly romantic, I don't know if this is the series for you, but I would say the Pool Boy of all of these is the best one. Then I bought 2 Mariana Zapata books because they were on sale for $2, and I like to reserve my Kindle Unlimited credits. Even though you can switch them out at any time, I like to reserve them so that if I'm like marathoning a series or something like that, I can download a bunch of stuff, or if there are books that I haven't really heard of before, I can keep them on there so that I don't forget about them. I'm not going to forget about Mariana Zapata, but it's also nice to just own them in case for whatever reason they do end up going off of Kindle Unlimited. So either way, these were both only $2. The first one is Wait For It, and I don't remember the plot of this one. I did skim it on Goodreads to make sure it was something I was interested in, and I was like, oh my goodness, how is this not like more popular? Because it does sound super intriguing, so I'm very excited that I own a copy of this, even if it is just an ebook. Maybe potentially I'll have to get it for my shelf. But then I also bought Luna and the Lie, which I think is about a character whose name is Ripley, which is super intriguing to me because if you didn't know, that used to be my middle name. But yeah, this one I think is about cars. Don't know much more than that. All of Mariana Zapata's books are slow burn, so I'm excited. Then I bought the 3 Feminist Novellas from Ali Hazelwood. So we have Below Zero, Stuck With You, and Under One Roof. Those are out of order, so I apologize. I also have not read these. I really enjoyed The Love Hypothesis, so I knew that I wanted to read these. I love a good novella to like get me through and just as a nice palate cleanser, so I like that I have these available on my ebook, and I will definitely be buying the bind up once it comes out. I'm pretty sure these are all like enemies to lovers, some type of variation of that. Then we have Praise by Sarah Kate. This is the first book in the Salacious Players series. This is another one that is ex-boyfriend's dad trope. The dad in this book, the hero, owns a sex club, and the whole Salacious Players series is following all the different owners of this sex club. I believe it's kind of like a franchise, so they own multiple. This I purchased because a lot of people were talking about it, and I didn't yet know that I don't love the ex-boyfriend's dad trope, so I'm hoping that I still like this one because I own it. But all of these ebooks that I bought, other than the Nashville Neighborhood series, were on a pretty good sale, so I don't feel too guilty about buying most of them. Then I also bought Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, which is one that I have heard so many good things about, and I am so excited to read. It's a romance where I believe our hero is deaf. Like I said, I've heard amazing things about this one, and this will probably sound stupid to a lot of people because it kind of is, but I saw a recommendation where it was like Sagittarius book recs, and there were 3 books there, 2 of which I had already read and given 5 stars, and this was lumped in with them. I feel like I'm going to love it. I already thought that I was going to love it, but seeing it like there and recommended to a Sagittarius, I felt like it was a sign. And then like I think a day or 2 later, it went on sale for $1. Then I downloaded these books for free. I don't even remember what app it was, but it's Stoneheart by Katie Robert and Going, Going, Gone. I don't remember who it's by, maybe Nicole Fiorina or I don't remember, but the picture will be up here. These are both novellas. Stoneheart is book like 0.5 in the Dark Olympus series. So I'm very excited for this one. It's a short story, I believe. And then Going, Going, Gone is another short story novella. Don't remember who it's by. Don't remember if it's part of a series or anything, but it looked good. Then lastly, I bought City of Gods and Monsters by, I think it's Kayla Edwards. It's a fantasy book. It's quite long, and I got it for like $2 or $3 because it was on such a good sale, and it is a fantasy book. I saw this on Evergreen Reads page, and she said that it's a really good fantasy. She normally reads romance, so I feel like our tastes align pretty well. And if she's saying it's good, I trust it. Don't know much of anything about this one either, but the cover is pretty, and like the quotes and aesthetic pages I've seen for it look really, really intriguing. That is it for episode 2 of What's on My Kindle. This was my digital book haul. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I think that this is fun, and I would love to do another one in the future if you guys enjoy it. It was very easy for me to film, which is refreshing. Let me know in the comments below if you guys read digitally, whether it be ebook or audiobook, what your preferred method is. I'm very intrigued. I love a good ebook sale. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're doing well reading mentally and otherwise, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.